While some might see this as a setback, Toronto Blue Jays designated hitter George Springer just delivered a masterclass in championship preparation, and it could be the difference between another heartbreaking Game 7 loss and finally bringing a World Series trophy to Canada. On December 30th, Springer officially withdrew from the 2026 World Baseball Classic for Puerto Rico, and the strategic brilliance behind this decision reveals everything you need to know about what's driving Toronto's championship architecture. Hello, Jays Nation. Welcome to Jays Quick News, your go-to spot for the latest Toronto Blue Jays updates. Today, we're analyzing why George Springer's WBC withdrawal isn't a red flag. It's a blueprint for championship preparation that other contending teams should be studying. This is the kind of veteran leadership that turns almost champions into dynasty builders. But before we dive into this strategic breakdown, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we're bringing you the deep analysis that goes beyond the headlines. Here's what actually happened. According to El Nuevo Dia reporter Antolín Maldonado Rios, Springer confirmed he won't represent Puerto Rico at the World Baseball Classic, citing injury management as the deciding factor. But here's the insight that's being missed. This isn't about what Springer can't do. It's about what he's choosing to prioritize. And that priority is delivering Toronto their first World Series championship since 1993. Let's talk about what makes this decision so intelligent. Springer battled through October 2025 like a postseason warrior. In ALCS Game 5 against Seattle, Brian Woo's 95.6 mph sinker caught him flush on the right kneecap. The all-star right-hander, who posted a brilliant 15-7 record with a 2.94 ERA in 2025, didn't mean to hit him, but the impact was devastating. Springer dropped immediately. For 2 agonizing minutes, it looked like Toronto's World Series dream might die right there on the field at T-Mobile Park. But here's where championship DNA reveals itself. X-rays came back negative, and while most players would have shut it down for the series, Springer returned for Games 6 and 7. Then came that iconic moment, the go-ahead 3-run blast off Mariners reliever Eduard Bazardo in the 7th inning of Game 7. Bazardo, who'd been lights out all season with a 2.52 ERA and was Seattle's most reliable bullpen weapon, got beat by a 36-year-old playing on one good leg. That home run sent Toronto to their first World Series in 32 years. But the October gauntlet wasn't finished testing Springer. In World Series Game 3 at Dodger Stadium, he suffered a right oblique injury, the kind that typically ends seasons. GM Ross Atkins later confirmed the MRI revealed significant inflammation, though mercifully no structural tear. Oblique strains are nightmares for hitters because they attack the rotational mechanics that generate power. Most players need 4 to 6 weeks minimum to recover. Springer missed exactly 2 games before returning for the final push. Think about the context of what he was playing through. This wasn't just toughness, this was calculated sacrifice for championship glory. And now, with the benefit of an offseason to properly recover, Springer is making another calculated decision, prioritizing the 162-game marathon and October sprint over the March showcase. Here's the strategic angle that makes this move brilliant. The WBC begins March 5th with Puerto Rico hosting Pool A games in San Juan. Spring training ramps up even earlier. If Springer went to Puerto Rico, he'd be adding high-intensity international competition on top of already compromised soft tissue, the knee and oblique that carried him through October. Instead, he's giving his 36-year-old body the extended recovery timeline it earned, while keeping every ounce of competitive energy focused on the only goal that matters, bringing a championship to Toronto. Consider what Springer delivered in 2025. After 2 statistically down years that had critics questioning his $150 million contract, he authored one of the most remarkable comeback seasons in recent baseball history. A .309 batting average, .399 on-base percentage, .60 slugging percentage, 32 home runs, 84 RBIs. His .959 OPS ranked second in the American League, behind only reigning MVP Aaron Judge. Those aren't just comeback numbers. Those are MVP-caliber numbers from a player who silenced every doubter. The Blue Jays are constructing a championship window, not hoping for one. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. signed his massive $500 million extension to anchor this lineup for years. Dylan Cease arrived on a $210 million deal to lead the rotation. Manager John Schneider, who just led Toronto to within one win of a World Series title and is a finalist for AL Manager of the Year, had his 2026 option exercised immediately. This organization is operating with championship urgency. And George Springer understands his role perfectly. He's not just a designated hitter putting up numbers, he's the veteran presence who's won it all before. His 2017 World Series MVP with Houston wasn't luck. It was a preview of what championship DNA looks like under maximum pressure. That experience, that leadership, that October pedigree, you can't teach it, trade for it, or sign it in free agency. You either have it or you don't. Puerto Rico's roster will miss Springer's bat. Manager Carlos Beltran was building around a core of Francisco Lindor, Carlos Correa, and other stars for what could have been their best championship shot. But Springer's priorities are crystal clear. This is Toronto's time. This is his last guaranteed year under contract. This is his final shot at adding a second ring and his first as a Blue Jay. The beauty of this decision is what it signals to the clubhouse. Springer isn't chasing individual glory or international prestige. He's investing every ounce of preparation into the team goal. That mentality is infectious. That's how you build championship culture. That's how talented rosters become championship teams. So here's the question Blue Jays Nation should be asking. With Springer fully healthy, with Vlad locked in, with this championship caliber roster, are we about to witness Toronto finally break through? Will opening day 2026 be the start of something historic? What do you think, Jays Nation? Is this the kind of veteran leadership that pushes championship teams over the edge? Drop your thoughts below. And if you want more deep dive Blue Jays analysis that goes beyond the surface, smash that like button, subscribe to Jays Quick News, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our exclusive championship coverage. We'll see you in the next one.